for too long, people and poets have been saying that there's no money in poetry. So it's like,
Hmm. Hmm.
why invest in myself? Why invest time, money, and effort into a craft that's not also serving me as well? I get it, but the knowledge is out there now. I just believe that's the way to control how your life turns out.
Like safety isn't safe. Like I know people get to the 9 to 5 and they're like, I have the job, but it's like new boss comes in, economy changes, things like that.
Mhm.
One of my favorite quotes about bosses is your boss is never going to pay you enough to live in the same neighborhood as you.
Oh, for sure.
Let's also not keep pushing the narrative that
Mm.
you're poor because you're a poet. It's like, no,
Yeah. Yeah.
your poetry isn't bringing you income because you're choosing not to let
Yeah.
it. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
we're ingrained into this idea of starving artists, and we actually get defensive about it in some ways.
I've always been an entrepreneur, man, since I was super young, and now I'm teaching my daughters the same. And I had a nonprofit called Fighting Cancer with Poetry. Yeah, and if you don't know, you don't know,
Yeah. Hmm.
right? Like, and that has been the truth, to be honest, though, for centuries, that there's no money in poetry, and the reason that is because we've only known poetry to be a community, right? And if you think of the word community, it is for people to come together and commune and fellowship, not to do business. You think about your neighborhood, you live in a community, but nobody's making money in a community. The only people making money in a community is the landscapers. You live in a community, but you leave your community to go into an industry, right? So that's where the money is. That's where the budgets are. There are no budgets in a community. The only budget in a community is to keep the community going and flowing. So you can't get rich off of open mic when there's $5 door charge. You can't charge them $500. They're not making $500. It's just a matter of knowing where to go and how to offer what you offer, but you have to offer something.